all your sisters, queens as well, right? I have some issues here. Don't get upset because I have an issue about your plan. Oh, and very well, it might not be a good one. But at least do the knowledge. Don't objectively, not emotionally. Oh, you know my plan, I ain't trying to talk to him. It may be a poor plan. Think about what it is you're talking about offering here. And, once again, was it rooted in the foundation? But did you take it from 1 to 9? See, everything, if you didn't, then it's going to fail. You can get upset. I'm getting phone calls tonight. You're going, wait, we talking about, okay, no problem. Let me interpret what I meant to you again. Right. Peace to the technology. Right, since you set in your comfort after you turned off Love in the Afternoon or whatever, you want to watch this now. Football, yeah. Right. You know, now you heard all the guys start saying that. But no, but again, we're a nation. Right? We're building. Right? I do it too. Let me get out your way. Right? Meaning that God, you're the best knower. Right? We're talking about you coming and doing certain things, so you have the people with the best foot. No, God, we don't have no leader over us, but you have best knowers who will lead us. So I follow the truth and example in what you do. Right? Okay, I got you, God, got it. Yeah, because you're not a painter. So you're not running your mouth. We're talking about fixing a building. So you might want to come learn something or add on in whatever way you can. This is not taking that. We're not even talking, we're talking about hammer, nail, building, or whatever it is that we're doing here. Look at the queen there, Sonia. So men should jump on that. Mother God teach God, children, civilization. You should know that first anyway. Even though that's for the women, but they're trying to that's on the program, they queen. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, but yeah. These are things that you need to know. If you don't know, ask. But again, God, we building, man. Yeah, we're going through struggles, God. Actual facts, again, we teach it. Right? It says, you go through hills and mountains, which is 1,910,000 square miles. But you're supposed to go through that because what degree is that? What degree is that in actual fact? Power. Which means you're going to go through some hills and mountains to acquire true truth and power. It'll come to you easy. That's actual fact. Yeah, we're talking about the computation of squares. I'm talking about its applicability in our everyday life. You know what I mean? Some of us didn't even make it into some of these seats here, going through their struggles and whatever. But we here now that we're here, right? You know, as a family, we need to come together, man, and like, you know, okay, what's in the best interest of this nation? A lot of our sisters and brothers have gone. You know what I mean? So like, okay, let me jump in there. Well, what can I do? And people are doing it. Again, if I had, some of us, had I not mentioned the gardener and his queen, right? You wouldn't even know they was an integral part of this. Right? I don't need the camera. I just do it. The act requires what you need me to do. Boom. I'm sitting in this seat because you provided that. Me on the other hand, I'm sorry. Yes, I. You know, but yeah, okay, but you have the platform for that. But at least have enough respect to recognize and acknowledge those who helped you along the way here. That's important. And with that, man, I'm going to say peace. Somebody else get up here and build. Peace. Peace. Okay, don't. Let me get up there. Let me get back up there. Okay.
Peace, God. Peace. I'm going to find Prince of Law. And thank you, Elisha. Thank you, Shabu. Right? Thank you all for not just showing, but also, man, adding on to the site. This is how I feel. Much love and appreciation to your love. No, because I think that the potential of this building here, if we handle it right, that this will also become a part of our nation's body politic. Right? And I'm talking about the elements of our nation. Right? We can have more than one place. Right? I just got back yesterday from Florida to see my family. Right? And I went down to Florida, man, with the specific idea that I would be able to relax, and draw in some of the things, man, that this city, this country is going through, and I'm going through all this information on Great Reset, this German clause, you know, that is supposedly going to change the structure of the society, man, for a Great Reset. You know, and my point is, where does my people fit into all this? You know, they're talking about creating a new man. You know, where this fourth industrial revolution, their whole idea is that they can now, you know, link you to a computer. You know, they got some wicked things in there, man. You know, and I find, man, like, you know, I appreciate lyrics and I see what they're trying to do, but I realize they're not going to be able to do it on the level that they think that we're just going to bow down and let you do any old thing you want to do to us. You know, my concern at this point of my involvement with this nation is I'm still concerned about what will be the future for our future, and I'm talking about our children. Right, there's some wicked things going on, man. You know, some real wicked things. It's critical race theory where, you know, we tell the children the truth about our history and our experience in this land, that this is really happening and nations sit back very well and so far we're going down. Right? And I look at this, man, you know, because our lessons are a blessing. And the main thing today is just like, you know, the one in 36, because they're planning fear him when he was a little boy. You know, and I know this fear campaign has everybody out of sorts, you know. We're wondering exactly what lies ahead for us. Everybody's biting their fingernails, man, you know. Will I be able to, will my children be able to afford a home? Will all these young idiots out here that's fighting and killing one another, man, will they finally, man, come to realize that you're killing your own people, you're killing yourself? Are you going to put your pistols down and begin picking up a book and begin to add on? Because the 5% essentially is a teacher. You know what I'm saying? So Lord says it best all the time. We're solutionary. The solution to the problems I see of the young man is that, you know, more of us need to get involved in the community, right, on a grander scale than we had before. Because the demand now are much higher. You know what I'm saying? It is necessary, man, that our culture remain intact and not let some of these interlopers that are showing their face and on social media, writing books, doing all they can, man, to, like, you know, dissuade people from the 5% way. Even though a lot of people, man, that are now with us do not understand our ways. You know what I'm saying? Do not understand our culture. What our intention is for not only this city, but this land. You know, I think Shabu mentioned, man, that we now have 11 regions. You know, Central South America, man, they're now living there, 5% everywhere. God said it's up. He went to Africa. You know, I've been to Korea. You know, wherever we've been, man, we have spread these teachings. You know, and we're seeing now where they're coming. They have questions. They want to know. Now, my whole thing, man, is about the current state of America now, right? We're witnessing the fall of America at the same time as the law will manifest. You know, law will manifest is here. It's here because you're here. You know what I'm saying? It's here because we are, man, the vanguard against the lies and deceptions that are being placed on the people each and every day, whether it be through the food tube, whether it be through social media, books, all kinds of things are being written, man, but no one is giving people the truth. My mantra is, when intelligence speaks, people will listen. I recently posted a picture of myself, man, from the 70s, where I was speaking at a parliament, right? And all these young children are around as Lord Shaw.
I'm one of those.
I remember that day.
Yeah.
It was a hot day.
Yeah.
But the young were in mad. And who they come to hear? They come to hear us. You know, with a Lord Shaw, myself, Justice Hakim, our freedom born, the other was in the desert, man, you know, I would say, man, we effectively crushed any gang activity that came to God time. You know, and it wasn't difficult to do. Why? Because we were recognized. You know, we weren't no Johnny-come-latelys, you know. When I came into this nation, man, I was already involved in 65, 67, 68, something else, because that was the days, man, the Black Panther Party, you know, revolutionary nationalism, all this, man, you know. And I was involved to the point that I was out there. You know what I'm saying? I was advocating to pick up the gun. Advocating, man, you know, to destroy. But I came into this, man, with the intention, man, of having something to do, because I had a lot of energy, a lot of life, right? I'm an educated man, but I knew, man, from the always knew, man, that I'm no better than anyone else. You know, it's the same potential. I was fortunate because there was no need for me, man, to like really ingratiate myself. I was not confused about myself being black, because that was ingrained into my family structure. My father and mother both came from the South. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here at a time, man, where, you know, Jim Crow was in effect. You know what I'm saying? And myself, as the oldest child, man, I had a lot of responsibility, you know, come from humble beginning. Humble beginning. Where sometimes, man, we didn't know where the next meal was coming from. We always had a roof overhead. Food was always provided. I had a father that did not have the benefit of a sixth-grade education. But we lived well in comparison to others, man, you know? There was he always told me, man, be the best that I can be. You know what I'm saying? I went through difficulties, you know, because my clothes was not right. And I was a thin, big, little kid that you thought they could pick on. But I was always a fighter. You know, and I can remember, man, going from school to school to school, especially that day. I think I was in the 6th grade, I hit a bully in the head with a horseshoe I had found. You know what I'm saying? I said, I know, man. I suggested that my father and mother take me to a psychiatrist because of some black that I did. But, you know, when you're young, when you're real young, you know, there's certain things, man, you understand, certain things you should not do. You know, but always, man, it was about snitching on somebody. You did this to me. You wanted to take my lunch money. Oh, no, you can't get my business. No. But we grow, right? The nation right now is in a period of flux. There are changes coming down the pipe. People talk about, well, the way it used to be. It's not going to be like it was before. I apologize for that. If that's what you're looking for, you're in the wrong spot. Because it's always about progress. It's always about progress and being in tune with the realities of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Our lessons have been a safeguard against the evils of the world, man, for a long time. And will continue to be that way. And anyone, man, that thinks that this is the end of us is very sadly mistaken. You know, because we're taught right. You know what I'm saying? Now, not everybody, man, is very vocal today about where we stand. Because the fear is in here, man. I mean, hell, they took me off of Facebook because I was exposing things about the coronavirus, the pandemic. There are other things, man, I can expose that go even deeper than that. You know, the intention, this silent war, this silent weapon for quiet war that's being imposed on us, man. The rise of autism. I've never seen so many, in my day it was waterhead baby. You know what I'm saying? You don't see many waterheads now, but you see a whole lot of autistic children. You see a whole lot of young boys with mannerisms. You know what I'm saying? And what was going on is these medications, vaccinations that they put me in. Right?
And the plastic too, God.
That's right. That's right. And it's in the food. Let me tell you something. Last week, I forgot, my family and I, we went shopping, right? Oh, there's a Whole Foods in Orlando, Florida. Go there. I said, well, I know I can give you some good oranges up here. None of the oranges had cheese in it. Everything was GMO. Now, check the history of Whole Foods. That's not how y'all began. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be good, nutritious food, what they call food that has been raised without any organic. Thank you, organic food. Yeah, I saw that, man, you know. So I settled for avocados, you know, because I said, well, then, I know about avocados, and they have them real nice and ripe and fresh. You know, but I had to thinking, man, everybody talks about Florida oranges. Why aren't there any seeds in the oranges that they put here? You know? Here, man, you know, come to learn, man, about the processed foods that are being placed on the people. They're cheaper. You find at the 99-cent store. A lot of people shop at the 99-cent store. They pay with food. They really buy food stamps. And the prices of the food went up. You know what I'm saying? They're looking now, man, you know, to have all the cars go electric. All right? So they say they're in trouble with the gas. And then you up here bombing Russia. You know what I'm saying? They call it the breadbasket of the whole world. You know what I'm saying? And there are food deserts for real that are being grown, that are happening here. That's basically because, man, the people are so far away from the supermarkets, man, 7, 8 miles away in one supermarket that satisfy a whole neighborhood, right? What I'm trying to say is we've got to get to the point, man, where we've got to begin doing things for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And I express it because I see, man, what's happening. You know, the chaos that's with this government, you know, that are all aligned, man, with an agenda, man, to take us out. The reason why they focus on the black is because they know, man, that we're going to be the most rebellious. But damn, our younger rebellion now, especially the young men, you know, they have no guidance now. We've got to, man, look at the news that are coming in, man, to suggest to them what they should do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a fact to me, man, that our people are being slaughtered in ways we can't even imagine. You know, when the pandemic first hit, right, I questioned myself, why are so many of our people dying in clusters? A virus does not work like this. Come to find out, man, it's not a virus, right? And I find that I have to be very careful about what I project on media because they will come at me. But I want you to come at me. I want you to. I want to have my day in court. You know, as so many men are projecting, they go this and that, but y'all in some very safe position. You're traveling the world. Me, man, I say one thing on social media, I'm put out. You know what I'm saying? We got our David Icke, we got other whites, and Indians and what have you, man. Well, why are they given a pass? You know what I'm saying? Why they seem so untouchable? That's not the reason, man, because they have got you under the illusion, man, that they have power over you, and they actually don't. They actually don't. They have the power that you allow them to have. Now, you put yourself in a position, man, of constantly, man, letting them do what they want to do, then you can expect that to happen. Right? But in the meantime, what about us? What about our attitude? You know, especially black men towards black women today. You know what I'm saying? I look at this, man, you know, and I say, man, well, they've already, man, disrupted the family. But why is it so difficult now for young people, especially black young women, to get on board with do what is right? So because we're being influenced by outside forces, you know, and they are demonic. They are determined, man, to take us out, you know. If you can take the woman, you can effectively take away your future. You can take away your future. But we say, man, that the black man is God and the earth is the mother of civilization. And that's our standard. That's where ain't no deviation from that. You know? But I mentioned the days degree in the 1 to 36 to let you know, man, that the fear campaign is going on and it's gaining in strength. And look at us, man, say, oh, well, Divine Prince, he's 71 now, he's going to die, so we ain't got to worry about him. No. Your legacy, your work will live on as long as you're right. You know, if it's not right, it's not going to work. You know, we've got to, man, get ourselves together.
Yes, as legal laws, as welfare, power cycle in the 1950s. Right. Father in the home, couldn't be in the home. People came and checked on the home and see if the man was in the home, because if the man was in the home, then you get no go.
That's right.
So if the man or the father was in the house, it's okay. Oh, you got a man here?
Right.
Also, so the woman they learned from the 50s, God shut us down early. That thing been going on for a lot of years. I'm just adding on to you, God.
I know you're
It's
right.
been going on for years, God, to shut the black man out of his family, God, and by using the black queen. Right.
And also, man, to prevent us from procreating. I was watching the news the other day with my sister, my morning coffee, and it came on the news, man, that they now have an abortion pill. That they're rushing it to market, you know, so you have to take your abortion at home. My thing is, man, you know, hey, how's that going to go? Come on. You know, you didn't have to, what happens to the fetal matter that's within you? So you can expect, man, that people are going to take it. You know what I'm saying? Roe versus Wade, I'll wait for that. We just put a pill out. All right? But then again, man, you know, my thing is, man, you know, what's up with all these abortions? The young are not being educated. In my day, man, there was a calendar. I hope they're still using it. You know what I'm saying? There's a calendar where you knew when your menstrual cycle was going to come. You know what I'm saying? But they're just avoiding that. See, the whole society, man, is geared towards keeping you savage. You know? And for the young women, because I was in Florida, man, you see, they talk about, you think New York is wild? You go down south. You know what I'm saying? It's off the chain. Not only the young men, but the young women as well. You know what I'm saying? Well, you can gain everything in the world, man. Then you got these young kids, man, with all these videos. They're making it rain, they're driving all kind of cars. And I know, man, that they ain't your car. You know what I'm saying? But for the young to see this and to emulate this, man, look, everybody wants to be Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B or what have you, you know? Now, I'm not no game hitter, but I do know, man, that the effect that music and media can have on the people is a powerful weapon to handle. You know? So I'm saying be wise, you know? I'm a writer, a very good one, and I made a determination that I will continue writing. You know, for me, the pen is my living soul. You know, and for me, man, you know, we're not going to get everybody. You know, don't be the master people. I've always said, give me 10 good men and we can rule the world. You know, but those 10 have got to be unified as one. All minds got to be one. You know what I'm saying? It's important that we support and love one another. You know, love is our strongest weapon. I'm not talking about no Sunday kind of love. I'm talking about a love that transcends. You know, rises above the emotional and the physical. The kind of love, man, that has carried us, man, since I came here, man. And we stand together regardless of whom it was. If somebody, man, was not right outside, don't you deal, well, we'll deal with it. That's how it was. That's how it always was. And that's how it should remain. You know, respect for our culture is what is necessary. You know, I go online, Amazon, and all that, man, I see our flag is everywhere. You know, there's a book called The Mayor's Man, man. When I first read it in the 70s, man, it was like, blew my mind. It wasn't $3,000, but that's what they sold the book for now. The Mayor's Man. And like, I appreciate the book, but it's only a certain part of that book even talks about it. You know what I'm saying? It's only a very little short part of it, man. But what about the greatest story, the true story of the law is 5%? You know, how well has that been? You know what I'm saying? Because there's some real good information in there from those that were with the law. See, I never met the father. I came to this in 71. You know what I'm saying? But the way Justice Hakim taught me, right, I began to see how important this man was. And it hurts, man, that so many people are now trying to minimize his work. You know what I'm saying? Your lessons was outdated. Well, he was this, he was that. Look, there ain't no goody two shoes here. I've done some things in my life, man, that